Alright, there we go. Look at this. A couple of ladybugs. Nice. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live video. Today I'll be showcasing the new games from the Georgia Lottery. These are all the new releases, except for the $50 game, which you'll probably see in a future video. Got 10 of the 7 games here. And this starts at ticket number 18. And I'll run through to ticket 27. 10 there. Have 10 of the new big money game. As you can see, I already scratched the first 4 because me and my brother had we shot a live video together. 3 of them were duds, and the only winner I had was this $8 winner here, matched to 22, so that'll be added to the bank. So I had 10 of those. It's 30 tickets total. I also have the jackpot galore crossword, and that will follow these first 2 games in the slideshow format. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with the $2 game. Alright, first ticket's number 18. There's 3 different designs for St. Patrick's. And we got the, you have to get a 7 symbol, or we can get the doubler if you get the leprechaun's hat. This is the other one here, the guy mowing the grass. Pretty neat. Got to get a ladybug on that one. And this one is like a Vegas theme. You have to get the dice for a doubler, or the 7, of course. Alright, so here we go. This one's simple enough, just go straight down. Hope to see some symbols. The numbers don't mean anything. And as you can see, there's nothing. No symbols, so this first one's a dud. Ticket number 19. Alright, there we go. Look at this. A couple of ladybugs. Nice. Excellent. So that's 4 times right there. Oh, geez. So let's hope for something big here. What we want to see is some zeros. Oh, look at this. 40 bucks. Got some zeros indeed. Alright. So both of those doubles. That's 40 bucks. Excellent. So those are already paid for. I'll be danged. Wow, it's the last thing I was expecting. Definitely take that one. Alright, so 40 bucks, so we're on the board there in a big way. Great. That's what I like to see. Alright, finally something nice. Ticket number 20. Let's see if we can keep it going. Looking for a 7 or the dice. Alright, so nothing on that one. That's to be expected after that nice one there. Ticket 21. And nothing on that one either. Alright, next up we have ticket 22. See if we can get some more of those ladybugs. Or a 7. And not that time. Okay. So 22 is a dud. Ticket number 23. And nothing on that one. Alright, we've got 24 up next. 7s or a leprechaun hat and nothing there. Yeah, I figured it'll run cold after that nice hit. Alright, got number 25 here. Come on, ladybugs. Alright, look at this. 5 7s. Excellent. Alright, so I guess this theme right here has been the luckiest. Alright, let's see if we can get some more zeros. And we're going to get, no, but hey, That beats having a bunch of ones. So we're going to have a 1 right there. So we have 5 so far. 6. Alright, well, okay, a $7 prize. We'll take that and add that up to the 40. So we have 47 plus the 8 from the $5 game. So it's 55 total so far. See if we can keep it going with ticket 26. And we do. And there goes another doubler. A couple of dice there. And we have a 7 symbol. Wow. Alright, so far so good. And these new ones are paying off. That's what I like to see. Alright, let's see if the 7 has some wide zeros or something like that. Alright, we'll take it. Looks like it's going to be a 10 and 3. Just be 3. So it'll double up. So a $10 prize. Wow. Was not expecting this start. Alright, goes another 10, so we're up to 57 on those and 65 total. So ticket number 27. This will be the last one of these. And we won't get nothing this time, but gosh, that was great. What a heck of a run on the 2s. And well into profit on those. So let's see, we've got 6 of these left, starting with ticket 33. Or the symbols we're looking for is a money bag for a doubler or the win all. And of course we have this $100 bonus area. We want to find the blast symbol or the explosion for an instant $100. So let's see if we can find some of those symbols. Or duplicates, of course. I'm not going to find it on this one. Alright, there goes all the numbers. Let's see if we can find any matches. First one's a 28. And the 1-8 that we don't have, of course. Don't see a 2. 29, of course that's a 1-off. And a 14's a 1-off. Alright, so nothing on that one. Alright, ticket number 34. Come on, symbols or duplicates? Nothing on that first row. And nothing on the second row. And there goes the third row right there. Alright, no duplicates. And I don't see any symbols. Alright, first number is a 15, and there goes the 16, of course, and the 17. Gosh, I sandwiched that one. Come on now, 23, everything but the 23. Jeez. Big shock there. 18, a 1-off, of course. And the 11, I don't see the 11. Alright, let me bring this other ticket back. Of course, I'll forget the bonus. Looking for the explosion. Alright, there's a ring. Alright, looking for the explosion here, or the blast. And we got the hat. Alright, so nothing on that one. So these are looking rough so far. Unlike the 2s. I like to see at least one symbol. Well, there goes some duplicates. Alright, we have a couple of 1s there. Alright, so at least we know we have cash. I can see a symbol to go with it. No, there goes a couple more 1s. Excellent. Well, I don't want to get too excited because you know how Georgia cheaps out. Alright, so we have 4 1s. Alright, so we know that's going to be one of the winning numbers. And alright, there goes a 21 right there in the center. 15 right there on the top and the bottom. Alright, so we had duplicate 15s also. Geez, 17 is the only one we don't have. And of course, this last one is going to be a 1. So there's no sense of revealing that one. Alright, so we're going to reveal the 15 first. The first one here on the top. I'd like to see a wide 0. Come on. And we're going to get... Okay, I'll take a 3. That beats seeing a 1. Alright, it goes a 1 right there, though. Alright, it goes 5. 21 for 7. 8. 9. Okay, of course we're going to get a $10 winner. But hey, We'll take it. That's 10 more just to sweeten the pot. I believe that puts us at 75 so far. So we're already in profit. That pays for the 2s and the 5s. And with the crosswords coming up, of course, I'll be in the slideshow format as mentioned after these are complete. All right, ticket number 36. Come on, I want to see that money bag or the win all, or some more duplicates. That was nice. Nothing there. Come on, symbols. Now there goes that 1 again, but all right, not seeing any duplicates there. Or symbol. There goes at 18. All right, excellent. All right, back-to-back wins. See if we can get something to go with it. Oh, gosh. Another one off. No 13, no 10, 11. Oh, the only one I didn't have. All right, 18. All right, and once again, I forgot the bonus. The last one ain't going to matter because you can't win 110. So let's see if I can get the explosion here, and I'm going to get a pig. A filthy swine. Alright, number 18. Alright, it's going to be a big prize. We're going to have to see the 0 way out here. Yeah, of course, it's going to be a free ticket. I knew that was going to happen eventually. That's okay, it's 5 more bucks. I think we're at 80 right now. Alright, ticket number 37. Second to the last one. And there's nothing on that first row. There's the second row. Can we get a symbol on the last row? No. Nothing there, and I don't see any duplicates. So we're going to have to go ahead and get this bonus out of the way so I don't forget again. Alright, so we got a key. So nothing there. Can we get an 8? Of course, we're 1 off. Need it to 9. And the wrong 8. 2. Of course, it's a 1 off. 12. That's sandwiched between the 11 and the 13, of course. And we won't see 3 in a row here. Alright, so no 4. So that one's out. Alright, this will be the last ticket. Ticket number 38. Last chance for symbols. Ain't very hopeful here. They ain't look like we're going to get any. No. Alright, we're going to have to see something with a 6 here. I don't see any duplicates. 10, of course, that's a 1 off. Nothing with a 0. 4 is a 1 off. Gosh. Nothing with a 0 and a 27. I needed the 17. 1 off. Alright, last chance. We're going to have to get the explosion for 100 and... it's a clover. It kind of looked like it a little bit at first. Alright, that's going to do it for these. Coming up will be the crosswords. I'll be in the slideshow. So y'all enjoy that. I'm going to close it out with those, and I hope y'all enjoy what you saw so far. Doing pretty good. I guess we're sitting at 80, so we're up a little bit. And it's going to be down to the crossword to decide if I come away with a profit. So y'all enjoy that. Thank you for tuning in. And until then, God bless y'all. Bye for now.